fight in vain. Show them what you can do. Show them what you can do. Please show them what you can do. I said, in this parade, please wave your grades to the brave who fight for you. If you don't gain, they fight in vain. Show them what you can do. Show them what you can do. Please show them what you can do. You make this parade a mere charade if you're marching just for fun. Our troops must feel your thanks for real before the marching is done. They know side by side you can match their stride to the drum beat and the brass, but they're not impressed with you unless you can match their stride in class. This may not sound too diplomatic, but I cannot be more emphatic as I tell you, it's problematic when you do less than your best. Especially when it's because you put your brilliance on pause for the mere peer applause it draws from a so-called friend doing less. Quit playing, I'm saying, you know that you are great, and we know it, so show it. Don't make our heroes wait. In this parade, please wave your grades at the brave who fight for you. If you don't gain, they fight in vain. Show them what you can do. Show them what you can do. Please show them what you can do. For those of you who already do the things that make us proud, your nation in appreciation says thanks to you out loud. Your schoolmates should imitate the way you tap your potential. Let me try to convince them why their effort is essential. Our men and women in uniform, before, during, and after Desert Storm, always perform above the norm, anywhere and everywhere on the planet. They need to follow our heroes' lead, but they cannot lead if they cannot read. Allow me, please, to plant this seed. Don't take freedom for granted. I'm serious, I'm furious to see U.S. schools behind. Remove the clatters, just a matter of making up our minds. In this parade, please wave your grades at the brave who fight for you. If you don't gain, they fight in vain. Show them what you can do. Show them what you can do. Please show them what you can do. We believe in you, warriors protect you to do what you must to rise. Please do your part. Please start before another warrior dies. In this parade, please wave your grades at the brave who fight for you. If you don't gain, they fight in vain. Show them what you can do. Show them what you can do. Please show them what you can do. They sacrifice for you. Show them what you can do. Please show them what you can do. Please.
Good afternoon and welcome to Wave Your Grades on KUAW.org, the academic patriotism program that is dedicated to veterans and serious secondary scholars. I am your announcer, KUAW Wilson. Now here is our host, civilian urban educator, Carl Boyd.
Thank you so very, very much, KUAW Wilson. She is our peach producer, engineer, announcer, and co-host. KUAW Wilson, thank you for turning over the microphone to me, praying that all can hear. This is our special Saturday. Attorney Valencia brought us with us, and we always say we are interested in finding out what Attorney has brought us, because she has outstanding young people, great ideas, and we are blessed to have Dr. Anthony Moore from the Raytown School District, because we also like to expose our young people to those who can apply academic subject matter to subjects we are treating. So good afternoon, Attorney Valencia Broadus.
Hello, everybody. Just want to say happy Saturday. The weather's great.
Ooh, yeah.
Glad to be here. We got some amazing new career clubbers hanging out with us this week. We started a new class, and I'm excited to introduce them to you. And they will soon kind of turn their cameras on and talk to us when they're ready. They're new, so as long as they talk to us and hang out well. But if we see their faces, we'll love that too. So they're new to the media. Well, but thank you guys for being with us. I appreciate it.
Well, before you introduce them formally, I have the privilege. It is a blessing to have with us Dr. Anthony Moore with the Raytown School District, and he is not only involved in education at the academic level and beyond. He is a minister in his own right, and I want to say a welcome to Dr. Anthony Moore. Please introduce yourself to the young people.
Good afternoon, Dr. Boyd. Thank you so much for inviting me today. And Ms. Brodus, I'm glad to be here with you on this Saturday. And can you all hear me okay?
Yes, I can.
Excellent, excellent. I'm just glad to be here.
Well, we're glad to have you, and we will ask that Attorney Broadus and the young people lead the discussion, and we may also have some questions ourselves. So back to Attorney Valencia Broadus.
Okay, so awesome young leaders, I'm just kind of here to help support y'all, whatever you want to do, and whatever you want to share today. And we've got some exciting things that are happening that they are making happen. So if we can, introduce yourselves, your school year, and your career goals, because we're always just career clubbing. That's our biggest thing.
There you
so we
go.
want to make sure that people know what you guys want to do. And if it's okay, I'm going to start with Nayla. If you will, tell us about you. What you got going on today?
My name is Nayla Deaver. Today on this Saturday, I'm just chilling. I was waiting for this meeting. I'm excited to meet two people and learn about it.
Excellent, good. So tell us about your career things you're learning about and what you want to do.
The career things I am learning about, or that I want to do. I want to do real estate, culinary, architect, and yeah.
Good. Wonderful, wonderful. Thank you. And of course, we're going to come back and get into all that a little bit more. Miss Aaliyah, how are you today?
Now, I did not hear her
Hi,
response.
I'm Alila.
You know what? So I just want to share. I want to apologize to Miss Alila.
Oh, sorry.
Because no, you're beautiful. I thought you were telling me Aaliyah. That's why I kept trying to silence the L. But I can put the L in there, Aaliyah, right?
Yes.
Yes. Thank you. Because I kept trying to silence. I'm like, am I saying it right? So no, you are amazing. You're amazing. You're wonderful. So, of course, thank you for being here. Tell us a little bit about Aaliyah. And of course, just say what you want to say about yourself, but don't forget that career goal. What are you going to be doing after graduation?
Okay, so I'm a senior in high school, and what I really want to do with my career is either study for a cosmetology, starting my own business and entrepreneurship, or study for nursing as a CNA.
Awesome. And you can do both of those. I know you already know that, but I want to make sure I'm just saying that out. Excellent. And we will come back and dig into that a little bit more later. And thank you. Now we have Miss Giselle. And Miss Giselle go ahead, talk to us. Hi there.
Hi, my name's Giselle. I'm a junior in high school. And after graduation, I want to study for nursing to become an OBGYN.
Awesome. Excellent. And so tell me, are you Miss Nayla's sister?
Yes, ma'am.
Hi there. Okay, so I'm gonna tell you what's exciting about today. So often we have students who will, are in my class and they hang out with me and do stuff. And then they tell other young people, they say, look, this might be kind of fun. You should join us. And that's what career clubbing's about. I just want to share,
That's
Miss
good.
Miss Nayla. Thank you for you being here, and but thank you for also telling your sister Giselle and for Miss Giselle for you thinking this might be something to check in on. And I think we'll have some fun today, and we'll always look at me to come back and hang out with us more. But we'll get back into nursing and health and stuff with you too a little bit later today. Our last amazing person is one of my students I teach at the college. She's a community health worker student, Miss Hallie. She's also assisting me in mentoring our young leaders. And we always try to do like tier mentoring. So we try to get college students to help me mentor high school students to help mentor middle school, stuff like that. So, Miss Hallie, how are you today?
Hi, Miss Valencia. Hi, everybody.
Hello,
And
hello.
I'm good. How's everybody doing?
We're great.
Truly
We're
wonderful.
we're great.
Thank
We're great.
you.
So I'm gonna thank you, Miss Hallie. And she's working. She's gonna get her community health worker certificate, and her area for community health worker certification through MCC. That's where I teach that course. Is she likes working with high schoolers and helping them to also catch their dreams and make it grow. And but we got to figure out what they want to do first. And then they need all these caring adults out here to kind of pitch in and help them all to climb whatever ladder they need to climb. With resources and stuff to get there. So I really appreciate you, Miss Hallie. You visited the class with us this week at the high school. So thank you for giving us that time that you gave us. So that's all I have for right now, Mr. Boyd. So I'm going to give it back to you.
Thank you so very, very much, Attorney Valencia, and our very special young guests. A question that I have for Dr. Anthony Moore is how it makes you feel when there are young people who have an eye on what they would like to become, what they would like to do, even as we recognize that sometimes career choices change. But as an educator, how do you feel about the responses from these young people?
Well, I'm very, very excited because actually, I mean, they're forward thinking. And we start talking to students about college as early as elementary school, especially if they're a first generation college student. Oftentimes, many of our students in our community don't have the opportunity to have maybe sometime parents or grandparents who attended college. And sometimes they may even have had educators discourage them. So I am
Ooh.
very, very thrilled the fact that they're so focused that they have an idea. And I think one of the young ladies mentioned two or three things. And you'll have plenty of time to narrow it down specifically to what you want to do. But I will focus on, I heard somebody say about entrepreneurship. So whether you're going to college or we try to use the term college and career ready because
Mm.
you can have a positive career if you don't go to college, but you have to be focused in terms of having your own business. And so I'm really excited about what I heard. And the key is to always just keep moving forward in terms of making sure that you're preparing yourself today for tomorrow. Because none of us got here by ourselves, none of us. And you'll need support along the journey. But the key is to kind of have an idea of what you want to do. And if you don't, that's why you have guidance counselors at high school. I'm sure Attorney Broadus could help you as well. But it's really critically important that you should remain focused on what you do and have a plan going forward.
You really make me want to ask of Ms. Holly how it makes you feel when you hear an educator say that there are some young people who are discouraged because you do such a good job of encouraging them. Do you run into cases where you need to change some folks' minds or at least reinforce their desire to do something positive?
Yes, I have. So I'm actually currently going through that situation right now with my own high schooler. And,
Oh,
yes. So I had to, we kind of had a little issue on Thursday, but I had to remind her that, I mean, we're just all here to help her and we want her to succeed and we want to see a brighter future for our youth and our communities. And it starts with us and it starts with them. So, with us being able to help them, we can help them see brighter.
Let me say to Dr. Moore, speak right up when you have a question, and of course, Attorney Valencia knows that already. I would like to find out from the young people on the panel if this is just an old person's view of how things have been in the past. But Attorney Broadus, we've had some young men on the panel, and oftentimes we lean towards supporting young men. How do you young ladies feel today about having Attorney Broadus, about having Sister Holly concentrate on some of the things you want to do?
May you please repeat that first part?
Yes, oftentimes we talk about how we need to encourage young men, how we need to orient young boys towards positive things. Sometimes we do not encourage our young ladies to the degree that we should. I wanted to know how you feel about having Attorney Broadus, about having Sister Holly in your lives.
I'm very grateful for her and for her how she encouraged us to do the colleges and our careers and how she helps us out with our health and stuff and how we know and like what we know about it
Yes.
and teach us more about it.
Thank you very, very much.
I'm going to interject just for a second. The young lady that was another one that was on got kicked out. She's trying to come back in.
Oh, I see.
And then and then we have another young person that couldn't get into the Zoom. And so I told her to try to get on the phone, to get on the YouTube. And so if we could share the phone number, that they can call in if they want to, because if she can't get into the Zoom, but she can maybe, one of the other young lady that can't get in the Zoom, if she can call in and say hi, if she wants to.
816 599 6893.
Excellent.
816 599 6893.
Excellent. And that's to all y'all listening. If you got something you want to say, you want to call in, talk to Mr. Boyd, give us a call. So I want to share that. And thank you, Miss Nayla, very, very much. It's so important that we really encourage all the students, and
Yes.
so I think that for whatever reasons, and there's always data that says different reasons why, but for whatever reasons, sometimes we think that our young men aren't getting encouragement, and so we lean that way, But also, I do think our young men get encouragement. It's about what encouragement are they getting.
Yes.
Same with our young ladies too, though. They get encouragement. It's just what encouragement are they getting through really, modeling and stuff? What are they seeing? I want to put that out there that way because I think that a lot of our ladies, not just with me and Miss Hallie and others, but through their teachers, female and male teachers, through family, etc. They get the encouragement. But I want to kind of tag on something that Dr. Moore mentioned. It's sometimes we encourage them to focus on careers, but not talk about really how to get there, to have a plan. And so I think because sometimes our young ladies, what I found over these past, 28 years of career clubbing, often the ladies, they have a plan of what they want to do, but then because maybe they're juggling different things or people assume, well, the girls got it. They know what they want to be, so they don't focus on helping the young ladies to have a plan. Where there's a lot, I think, energy that has been put over the years and making sure that young men build on
and keep a dream and give them a plan and give them a mentor and everything else. So an official mentor. So I think that there's a lot out here. And our big thing, and we'll tell you about it in a moment, is through our Health is Wealth connectivity luncheon, we're going to be helping to let everybody know all the different resources that are out here for especially high schoolers, young people just want to get connected and have a plan. And so we let the young people, do these things because that social connectedness and that bridge building to the plan, that's often a piece that's missing. We talked in class this week about how often in elementary school, the little bitty kids, we're loving on them and hugging them and holding their hands and walking everywhere with them, which is cool. In middle school, depending on as I've shared with them, the attitudinalness of the middle schooler, we're still holding on though. We're holding on, we're taking them things. There's all these sports often in middle school, and the school will pay for it. Things are happening. So we're still holding on, and guiding them, Then with high school, even we, the adults, we sometimes say, well, you're an emerging adult now. So you know what you want, do your thing.
Wow.
And then we let go. And I think that's why the ladies and the gentlemen, they need that mentoring, but how do we stay there with them, even when sometimes they don't want to be bothered? We still gotta be there anyway and still be in their business. And I think that's sometimes where we're like, well, yeah, they're about to graduate now. They okay. Or if we don't think they're okay, well, they'll figure it out. Well, sometimes they won't figure it out, which is why we got to stay. So,
yes, ma'am.
So we talked about that just a little bit this
Well,
week.
let me say that I am prone to say to our guests, please jump in at any time. You don't have to raise your hand if you have remarks. Please jump in. But sometimes I think I do not make it clear enough to our young people that they too, if you have comments and or questions, jump right in. We want to hear from you. In fact, Attorney Valencia Broadus would have us to know that it is your program. First Saturdays, it is the young people's program. So please jump right in if you have a question and or something to say.
Wonderful.
Now, okay, and if you do not
Okay.
I do have a question for Dr. Moore. With the several years, decades in education, Dr. Moore is yet younger than my having started in 1964 on the south side of Chicago, 7th and 8th grade science. And those of us who are older, Dr. Moore, think that education has really changed over the years, and we must be ready to change with it. But if it has, how has it changed? And how can our young people, excuse me, on that, how can our young people take advantage of the changes or prepare for the changes?
Well, to me, education hasn't changed as much as there's been more introduced
Wow.
because of the internet, because of the information age we're in now with technology, the World Wide Web, and the nuances of devices.
Yes, sir.
And that can be tools, but also can be distractions. And then things like environmental science is put in there, and things about nutrition. And so there are a lot of things that have included beyond just what I call the 3 R's: reading, writing, arithmetic. But now it's important is that relationships is critically important that we understand, especially in high school. And so my job is to try to get young people. I mentor students throughout my district, elementary through high school. And one of the things that I do in mentoring students is helping them to take control of their education to the extent that have their own goals. Yes, it is the teacher's responsibility to teach them, but you have a responsibility to say, hey, this is what I'm going to do. This is what I want to major in. even as early as eighth grade. This is what I want to become. This is my career. And then our job is to guide you through that process and support you. Unfortunately, sometimes there may be a teacher uh, or a person, and sometimes from outside the school system, who may
Hmm.
tell you can't do, you cannot do it,
My God. Yes, sir.
and that happened to me. And later on, I'll share my story.
Ooh.
But it's critically important that you make up your mind right now that you are smart. You can work hard. You
Yes,
can
sir.
grow. You can develop. You can be whatever you want to be. But you have to be willing to work hard. Like as Attorney Broder said, you have to have a plan. And then you have to kind of have some direction in terms of what you want to do. It's okay to have questions. And it's okay to say, I don't know if I want to do it this way, or should I go this route, or should I go the community college route? Should I go the
Hmm.
technical school route?
Yes, sir.
But have a plan of what you want to do then as adults and educators. So I would say the biggest change now, you should just be on graduate from, you should have two tracks. We call it vocation track
Yes.
and the college track. Uh, and then, but today more our focus is on we call college and career ready.
Yes, sir.
So making sure that every student, when they graduate from high school, they have been prepared and equipped with the tools and the knowledge and the education and information to decide what they
Thank
want
you.
to do.
Yes,
Do
sir.
they want to do they want to go into the armed services?
My
Do they
God.
want to start a business? We have a
Thank you.
vocational uh, technical center in our district. We have students graduating from high school with their certificates in HVAC coming out of high school making 70 and eighty
Wow.
thousand dollars a
Can
year.
you imagine? Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
welders. That's more money than teachers make
Thank
after
you.
going to college 4 years. And
Exactly.
so and so we so that's the goal. I think is to just encourage.
Praise
That's the only
God.
difference now is students have more choices,
Yes,
but
sir.
they still kind of have control of their own destiny.
Thank you so much for that. And Attorney Broadus, I'd like to find out if we have a caller. DeQuay, is there someone on the line? Not yet. Oh, listen, DeQuay is apologizing. She was saying the line disconnected. So if there is someone who was attempting to call, please try again. Again, 816 599 6893. And as we look at some of the changes from a technological standpoint that we can anticipate because of the technology, how comfortable do our young people feel pursuing cosmetology and nursing and real estate and culinary and uh-oh, hello. Now was that someone else coming in the line, or was that was just my voice I heard? Okay. Uh,
Um, I do have a question.
please.
Um, so we have a on November 1st on a Saturday we are hosting a impulsive art gallery, and it's basically we're gonna like our plan is to split it. So on one side we're gonna have the activities. So we're planning on doing like different types of art. So like um we're gonna do like hair, and then we're gonna have video games and then board games
Good.
and basically like where to hang out and like music and karaoke. And then on the other side where it's gonna be like different art on walls and also this table where it holds drinks and foods, and then we're gonna have a table where it's like cookie decorations.
Wow, this is
You can
great.
decorate a cookie. Yes. And my
And,
question
oh, oh, and
is,
they will be non-alcoholic. I
Absolutely.
told them that
Absolutely.
because
oh
it's going to
yes,
be
I'm sorry.
And you
no, no. You are
uh,
beautiful because we said
okay,
paint,
and
sip, paint, punch. I was just laughing.
thank you. And you were saying
Go.
that your question is
My question is, how can you guys help us out with bringing more guests to the luncheon?
And
Good.
if
so
that's possible.
no,
Very
you're
good
good. I'm
question.
going to elaborate a little more as to what we do each semester. And no, Miss Naila, thank you. That was an amazing, amazing question
Yes.
because what we're doing, and Mr. Boyd, you're familiar with the Impulse Art Gallery, the BEU Impulse Art Gallery. We are partnering with them, the Kansas Public Library. This class that I have, I teach a health professions club, and we talk all about health as wealth. And a big part, well, health on the health side, it's really about mind, body, and soul. In regards to the that mind part, so often our kids, they're going through, they're choosing careers, they're doing things and friends and stuff, but sometimes they're not doing a lot of social interaction in a
Okay.
way that's teaching them how to really, work together. So we do event planning, project management. We reach out to the community and we'll be inviting people that have their careers in mind to come and just come hang out with us and talk with us so that our young leaders can really learn about this social interaction
Thank you.
piece that
Yes.
helps them to be more and more career ready in regards to going into a workforce and knowing how to, whether you want to call it the crossover, cross coding, whatever you want, they have to be able to go into these areas and do great things. And a lot of it is that social interaction piece. We also believe, because the data is clear, that the more we can help young people to, and you all know this, of course, as well, but I always tell the students, for me, everything has to be evidence based, even if we are the evidence
Yes.
and it's based on. And so, but the evidence is clear that the more we can help young leaders to do more social interactions, whether it's sometimes they're not eating, with family every day or with friends every day. So they're not sure sometimes how to really have these interactions where, they got to really be social and speak and respectful and all of that
Yes.
in social settings, which when we talk about health, our students, they've said it's sometimes it's hard going places as a young person because even though like skating, go skating, but I don't really feel safe there. Even though I want to go skating, I don't feel safe because the disrespect that happens and the fights
Oh
and
yeah.
all of that. And we talk about a lot of that comes back to people being able to really practice, being together, working together, playing together, talking together. And so that's kind of what this the Impulse Art Gallery, because it's art, arts and sports brings people together. We're going to have it there and basically just be inviting people to come and
There you go.
socialize with us. So that's kind of what that is. And so, but our young leaders, they plan these events from beginning to end as far as the
That's
location,
outstanding.
the
That's
food, the
outstanding.
flyers, the social media, all of that. And so they have to invite people as they learn, hmm, who would be good to come and hang out with us to help us to socialize well. So it's going to give us a little more background, but they're excited about it because he's like, I
That's
want to ask
outstanding.
them to help
And
us.
before I turn it over to Dr. Moore, let me say in answer to that question that DeQuay and I would like to assist by making this program, KUAW.org, available so that we can announce, we can let it be known what is going on, not just in terms of a simple announcement, but really right now expressing our pride to be affiliated with these young people who are so forward looking. And to the question, Dr. Moore, after which we will go to our break, but to the question, what are some ways we can help get the word out or promote or encourage? What would you say to that?
Uh, encourage what? Give me a little more information what you mean about
Uh,
encourage what?
the occasion. Please repeat the
Oh,
details.
yes, right. Currently, right now, okay. If you could email me like a flyer or something, I'd be more than happy. I'm off work right now, recuperating from
Oh,
surgery,
that's right.
but
Oh,
but I say,
man.
but if you emailed me, I would try to get it to my counterpart, the assistant superintendent, secondary schools, and maybe they can share it with their high school students in
Outstanding.
our two high schools.
Okay, now I know that we have your email address, is it something that you would put on the air at this time, or just simply share it with the young people who are
Sure,
conducting the
you can put on
activity?
that. Anthony dot Moore at raytownschools.org. That's fine. Anthony, ANTHONY dot MOORE at, and then Raytown Schools, plural, one word, .org.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm going to turn it over to DeQuay Wilson, who will take us to our break, and when we come back, we'll see if we can get on the phone. Here is Sister Wilson.
Reminding our 7th through 12th grade students that you can win a monetary award from our sponsoring organization, Stoots for Boots. You'll write an essay titled Heroes You Know You Didn't Know Were Heroes. Your content will identify a veteran at your school who can be absolutely anyone, an administrator, a teacher, a custodian, a coach, absolutely anyone. If your essay is chosen and submitted by an adult who gives you permission to read it on this Wave Your Grades program, you will be awarded a monetary prize. Please send entry or inquiry to academicpatriotism@gmail.com. That is academicpatriotism@gmail.com. Now back to our host, Carl Boyd.
Thank you so very, very much. How are we doing on the phone? If we're not on the phone yet, let me go to Attorney Valencia Broadus. We talked about before the program, and you will help us to elaborate on health and wealth, what that is all about.
Excellent. So what we've over the years with the Black Economic Union and then other partners of MCC, community health workers, and different factions of groups, we talk a lot about, being healthy in the community is so important. Sometimes we're focusing heavily on like seniors or people like my age or something. They may have, diabetes or chronic diseases. And so what we've tried to do with our young leaders is to help them to think even way before that at their age in regards to how do they even make sure they're starting or continuing, because we found some great things that they're already doing, and hopefully they'll share some of that with you, some great things that they're already doing to have healthy lifestyles so that they don't get sick sooner than they have to, because whether we're an adult or a young person, illness is one of the things that keeps us out of work, out of school, sometimes more than just us not wanting to be there. Sometimes it could be asthma, it could be allergies, there's different things. And we talk about how nutrition and exercise and all those things can help young people and older people for us to be healthy. And so I always say, I don't care how much money you have, you got to be healthy to enjoy, or someone else going to enjoy your money. And so, for us, we try to share that being healthy, it's really one of the best things we can do, because it's an area of wealth that it may not have a dollar figure to it, but being able to walk around, to move around, to have fun, to be, sometimes you can be anxious and depressed, but to find ways to deal with that so that you're better, so you can enjoy life better. Young people need to know that now too, especially as they're about to get out into the real world where some of that crazy stuff they won't be shielded from anymore. You know what I mean?
Yes, ma'am.
So we talk about that a lot with them, to, again, socialization. Some in middle school, high school, might have different situations where it's stressful for young folks. But then they often have us there to help them cope through it, which is good, and giving them, plans and pathways. But what we find is the more we can talk about it and then practice it in the community where they really have to interact with people, experience, whether it's rejections or if we invite people, they don't come. How do we deal with those things? Always going back and recalibrating and practicing how to do this after, high school stuff that it applies now too. So anyways, so that's kind of the project stuff. But I do want to make sure we're asking our young people, as we've talked about healthy habits this week, there's some things you all share with me that you already do. And I would love for you guys to tell us some of healthy stuff that y'all do right now
Please. That's
to be
good.
healthy.
Some healthy things that I do. I stay like active, so I do like I say semester, I join basketball. That's one of my favorite sports. And then I make sure I get my sleep. I drink a lot of water.
Ooh,
I
yes.
drink Gatorade, Powerade, because I'm an athlete. Like I'm big on sports, and I eat healthy. I eat my vegetables, my fruit, and yeah, I stay
That's good.
active. I make sure I sometimes I walk my dog.
Okay.
And
Wonderful. And we'll come back to talk more. It's just as I was talking about it, I was asking them things that they do, and they started telling me things they already do.
Yes.
So, Miss Alila, give us some things that you do to be healthy already.
Um, I try to get enough sleep and I like to eat healthy, like
Good.
not too much carbs or sugar, but sometimes I will eat that, but it's okay. And um I go to the doctor, I make sure I'm okay.
Wow.
And yeah.
And you do water a lot too. All y'all
Oh
did
yes,
water. I was like,
I drink a lot of water.
Now,
amazing, amazing.
Attorney
And then
Broadus. Oh, go ahead, please.
I was gonna say, Giselle, tell us, well, what are some things that you do to be healthy already?
Some things I do to be healthy. I said yes, I loved water, so I drink a lot of water. I make sure I get my daily exercise. I love to play volleyball. I'm also a big athlete. I eat healthy foods. I stay away from drugs. Most definitely have to do that. And yeah,
It's good. It's good. The reason, thank you. And then Miss Hallie, you can tell us what you do too as an older person. Because the older person, we matter, but the reason because she also has young people herself, and I know she's teaching them things. So Miss Hallie, talk to us.
So, as stated, I drink a lot of water. I exercise. I still gotta have like my coffee and stuff. I know it ain't good for me, but I still gotta have it. So
Me
I kind of balance. I balance it out. So what I do is I do kind of like a portion control. So if I drink me a large coffee, I'm gonna eat like some fruits and maybe some protein, try to balance it out so I can keep my sugar levels kind of level.
absolutely, it's good. One of the things that, Mr. Boyd, you know this already, and my students are learning this about me, is I'm big on fellowshipping and socializing because what I've found is, you know, my days, and I have a full legal practice or whatever. And so my days get busy and it can be stressful, whatever. But I love fellowshipping with my students because they're fun and we laugh and we joke and we eat food. We try to eat good food because to me a lot of it is about eating together, sitting down, eating together, breaking bread, having conversations, and you just find so many amazing things. And I do it with other people too. And then I do a lot of music, so I love to sing and sing y'all karaoke, all that crazy stuff. But it's that having fun stuff, it's important. So that's what we always come back to with our young people. What are some things that, and we'll get to this in a little bit, what are some things that they want to make sure they're doing more to socialize with family and friends, to get bonding time, to
Wow.
get ways where we can talk a little more. So even if you disagree with people, if you've at least know them a little and you work with them or have fun, it's a little easier sometimes to come back and say, I'm sorry, or I didn't mean that. Or we're going to fight right now. And as Hallie has told us in a situation we had in our class with adults, but we family, we do that. But we only can do that the more that we're spending time and talking to people and learning how to act and react and even, be proactive if you know something may come up. Sometimes you stay away from stuff, stuff like that.
Well,
So that's a whole socializing thing, which is why we like to do events and have fun together.
well, before I go to Dr. Moore, let me just say to all of our guests, 100% of our guests, every one of our guests, that you may not know that I know you talk to my wife because she reminds me often about drinking water. So I don't know whether you talked to her before the show or yesterday, but she has convinced everyone that I need a word, and that is one of the things I need to do more of. So, wonderful Wanda, I hear you coming from everyone. The thing that I would like to ask Dr. Moore is when he was talking about being off now because of something that occurred, it was a quick statement. We went on to other things. Dr. Moore, you handled it extremely well from where I can see, but help us to make sure that we don't downplay when there are things that occur, the necessity for taking care of them seriously.
Yes, I recovering from total knee replacement surgery, and this it's really been a journey to the extent that I've understood that I have to be in charge of my own recovery. Yes, I have physical therapists, I have doctors, and those kind of things, and I play football in college, and so I'm used to some of these things. However, uh, one of the things that has helped me more than anything else is I've taken more time to spend with God. I haven't talked much about this,
Praise God.
but I may be Dr. Anthony Moore, but I'm Dr. Anthony Moore by the grace of God, and I seek Him first in everything I do, and I think uh, being spiritual and recognizing and don't be not being ashamed of your faith helps us in our health and every journey we're on in terms of meditating and regardless of your beliefs. Even if you're not a Christian, whatever that is, but I think I would encourage you to get in touch with meditating and praying and understanding that there's someone greater than us to help us beyond the doctors and the medicine and those kinds of things. And so that has helped me on my journey more than anything else. And meditating and reading, and when I'm not exercising, or when I'm not doing physical therapy, or when I'm not at the physical therapist or at a doctor's appointment, is ensuring that I'm taking care of my whole body, mind, body, and soul. Because I think the body is important, but it's also we got to make sure uh, our soul is intact, so our
Praise
mind will be
God.
intact.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah.
Wow, that is so very important. And for the young people who are with us, please, each one of you, name at least one person who is a healthy influence in your lives. Just one person, adult or peer, whomever it might be, but someone you can name who is a healthy influence in your lives.
Somebody that's a good influence, healthy influence in my life is my mother.
Hey, excellent. Thank you. Next.
I would also say my mom is a good healthy influence.
Outstanding. Someone else.
I'll say my grandmother is a healthy influence.
This is so good, and it is indeed so very encouraging because the term health and wealth, some people would look at it and say, well, they automatically go together. And we are here to discuss, and we are here to learn that things don't automatically go together. Things have a together relationship based upon examples, Dr. Broadus, that we put before them. And please, Attorney Valencia Broadus, with our young people, what are some of the ways that we put those healthy examples before them? And you already discussed how important it is in having the tools of, for instance, forgiveness. So you're doing this on an ongoing basis. Why the topic health and wealth?
Thank you. That's a good question. What I've learned in my practice, I do real estate planning, and probate.
Oh, that's right.
And what I have learned over almost 30 years now doing that is so often individuals in those three areas, finances is a thing that brings them not often to me. Whether it is, with real estate, it could be a landlord tenant issue, foreclosure, estate planning, probate. Sometimes people need wills or they don't have them. Probate, of course, people, they leave us, and a lot of situations where it challenges happen because sometimes things weren't in order, and sometimes that's a financial thought or documentation, or not having insurance, or just not understanding what they need as they're going through different stages of life.
Yes.
So often, though, that information actually ends up going back to what can the community kind of share and learn, and also, but what do our young people know? Because when we started doing the financial literacy course, I guess 6 years ago, when we had those competitions with a lot of our high schoolers, a lot of that is learned in the financial literacy courses. And so that's the wealth side. We're like, oh, that's great. But the more we kept studying the financial literacy side, we still thought, well, but sometimes having money is stressful. Not having money is stressful. Working and not knowing how to navigate career jobs is stressful, which then makes you sometimes not have money, because maybe, saving can be stressful if you're living, dollar to dollar, pinch to pinch. So people often, they go to, graduate high school, go to college or tech school, military, whatever it is, and we're going through life, and then we come to a point where things aren't working out for whatever reason. So our health begins to do some things. What if you might have insurance, but you don't have money for co-pays? Well, with all the changes happening in life right now, through our community health worker course, our role there, Ms. Howley can share a little bit more about that. Our role is, when we see a lot of people in communities that are sick, our job is to go out and do health presentations.
Okay.
And whether it is on diabetes or, heart disease or cancer, but also access to health, getting insurance and making sure that you have some savings, all these different things that if our community doesn't have it, they can't be healthy. So that's the reason they really go together. The health and wealth go together, because if we have kind of a more healthier mindset, again, mind, body, soul, financial, all of that, of how to take places, how to make steps, then people, they're more calm. Often it's people don't have money, they don't have jobs, they might have inadequate housing. Things often make people act out a little more. And so as the data is being clear on, sometimes these social determinants of health are some of the reasons that communities aren't as calm and nonviolent as they can be. How do we address some of that? So we go back to our young people, because they'll tell you already if they think something is uncomfortable, or not having money to do things, or, our kids, they're in houses where their family members are maybe, sick, grandmas or whatever, or they can feel the pushes. So they have questions too. So we try to go back to starting with our students and equipping them
Yes,
so
ma'am.
they can then go out and equip others, their family. Because what
Right.
we learned from the financial literacy piece that we did years ago is we taught all these students and they competed and they won money and that was all great. But they went and told their families. So remember, their families came to the
All
competition, and
right.
then we, for 5 years, we did that show. That was like the adults. So we're just trying to
Wow.
find ways to the healthiness is a mindset. I can
And
be rich as whatever, but
yes,
still
ma'am.
eat, you know, those great big, we got a man in the White House that he got as much money as he wants, but he ate McDonald's 3, 4 times a day. So it isn't just about money makes you healthy. It's a mindset. So
And
um,
as
that was all
a,
over the place. Sorry about that.
that is so very, very important. We're coming to the end of the hour, but I appreciate what you are saying within the context of the times in which we are living, because health care seems more important now than almost ever as it relates to making sure, particularly the elderly, are prepared for that time when something may occur. In these times, when many things are occurring that we had not anticipated, but that's another full show.
It is. But if I can, I want to jump in for a second and say it's not just the elderly. We have a
Thank
lot of
you.
younger people that are getting ailments and even the cancer, the
Wow.
rectal cancer, all of that. Whole lot of that's happening because, again, food, nutrition, and, I've told the kids, and I'm going to say it. Did y'all know that you're supposed to have at least one great bowel movement a day? I mean, it's really simple, but I tell them these things because if we're not understanding that and how the water nutrition does that, that's how we then things are happening to where our bodies just they're giving out earlier and all the food and processed food. And then young people, um, definitely they're getting more ailments. They're dying. You know what I mean?
And as
Stuff
you talk
happening.
about young
Yeah.
people, even caring for those females who are having children. I mean, from the womb to the tomb
Yes.
is an actual saying. With the few minutes that we do have left, let me ask that each of you have a closing statement that you would like to leave us with. And Dr. Moore, if you will get us started.
Sure. Yes, I would just say that amen to everything Attorney Broder said. Uh, your health and wealth goes together, but when you think of health too, think of it not just physical, but it's mental health
Yes,
is
sir.
critically important. Having peace of mind is important. Healthy relationships, it's very important. The relationships you've developed right now can affect you in the future.
Yes.
And so making sure that you are spending time with people who have like-minded goals and visions, and if you're running with people who says it's not important to have a career, or you don't need to study, or you don't need to go to
My
school,
God.
you want to get into some relationships with some other
Yes,
type
sir.
people, and always have relationships that will challenge you to be better.
Thank you.
uh, uh, and that's critically important.
Yes,
And
sir.
with that, I'll just say thank you for this opportunity,
Thank
and
you.
I look forward to sharing with you in the future. God
Thank you so
bless.
very, very much, Sister Paris Holly.
Hi, I just want to say thank you for the opportunity. I did share a flyer in the tech section. My class, the Miss Valencia's CHW class, we are doing our last and final outing project. We are going to do a big free blood pressure screening and tips on diabetes awareness and prevention. And if you guys could please share, come support, whatever, we would surely appreciate you guys.
Thank you, thank you, thank you, Attorney Valencia.
I'm gonna give my time to Miss Nayla.
Thank you.
I just want to thank you all for letting me be in this meeting. And I do appreciate all of my healthy and all of my healthy and supportive people in my life, all my adults, and even the young people. And I really do appreciate being in this meeting and learning about you all and learning about what you all do and all of that. And I do appreciate. Thank you.
Thank you. And we will hand it over to DeQuay Wilson.
I would like to take this opportunity to thank our guests, our viewers, and our listeners for joining us on your Stoots for Boots Wave Your Grades program. We do come to you live every Saturday from 1 until 2 p.m. Central Standard Time from the W.E.B. Du Bois Learning Center right here in Kansas City, Missouri. I am your announcer, DeQuay Wilson. Now, our host, Carl Boyd, will close with his daily message for students in honor of our veterans from his book, Morning Messages.
To students across the USA, your Stoots for Boots message for this day, October 4th. They face grave danger and pass every test. You face no danger when you do your best. This is Wave Your Grades, KUAW.org. Thank you to all of our guests on this day. Gracious God and wonderful Wanda, I'm on my way home.